our attendant Hanson was very, very good and also very generous to Meghan.
He always gave me free chocolate. One time he actually came knocking on the door to give me more chocolate.
Welcome to this episode of the Mazza's Musings podcast. We have just gotten off the Disney Destiny, the latest in that Wish class of Disney Cruise Line ships. And let me tell you, we had ourselves a great time. And we can't wait to tell you all about it. Now, to do this, we are going to take multiple episodes. One, because there's that much to talk about. And two, because, well, Meghan had a lot to say. And so we decided that we were going to give her her own spotlight. So the first episode in what, maybe two, but it kind of depends on how much Eileen and I have to talk about, could be 3 episodes about the Disney Destiny. We're starting with Meghan, and we reached out to you guys and got some questions that you guys wanted to know about this ship and about the experience from the vantage point of an 8-year-old. So that is our show for this week. We're very excited to be bringing it to you. But of course, before everything else, Meghan has to bring you her Cuckoo Bananas joke of the week.
And now it's time for Meghan's
Cuckoo bananas joke.
Hi, Meghan.
Hi.
Do you have a joke for us today?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear it.
Cars run on fuel. What do cheetahs run on?
Okay, so cars run on fuel. What do cheetahs run on? I don't know.
The ground.
That's a good one. And now she's turned into a cat again. All right, say goodnight.
Good night.
All right, well, obviously this is a Disney-related episode, so we don't have a Mazza's Mickey Minute this week. So let's get right into Meghan talking about the Disney Destiny.
Donald, wake up! It's showtime! Don't forget the orchestra!
Ah, there you are. And just in time.
Mom says there's even more magical stuff now.
For those of you standing, please hold on to the handrails throughout our journey and stay clear of the doors.
Hang on to them hats and glasses, because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
And here we go!
Step into your destiny. It's your moment, it's your time. Find your light and let it shine. Where worlds collide, this is your destiny.
Well, Eileen and Meghan and I are very excited to talk about our cruise on the Disney Destiny. Right?
Sort of.
Sort of? What do you mean, sort of? Okay. So I came up with some questions to ask and we're going to ask these of Megan. This is going to be very much a Megan-centric episode and discussion. Eileen and I will throw our 2 cents in here and there, but this is really about what this cruise was like from the 8-year-old perspective. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Are you ready, Megan?
Sort of.
Sort of. Okay. All right. So, when you first got on the cruise,
What did I see?
what was the first thing you noticed?
Super Mini.
Super Mini? Talk a little bit about Super Mini. What made Mini super?
She had a cape.
She had a cape. You speak up a little bit, please. Just a little bit louder so that we can be sure that
She had a cape.
she had a cape. That's it? Just a cape?
Sort of.
Sort of. She didn't have anything else, just a cape. Okay. Alrighty. So let's see. Next up, since we just talked about Minnie, we'll jump to characters. What was your favorite character to meet? Captain Mickey. So we met Mickey in some different outfits. Captain Mickey is your favorite, and Captain Mickey is in a sailor outfit, right?
He's in the captain outfit.
The captain outfit, but he's dressed up like he's the captain.
A captain of a ship.
Yes.
Yes.
Except instead of white, it's blue.
Instead of white, it's blue. Yeah. And let's see, what were some of the other Mickey outfits that we saw?
Pirate Mickey.
Pirate Mickey.
Beach Mickey.
That's
Oh, yeah, I
right.
forgot about Beach
When we
Mickey.
were at Castaway Key, we saw Beach Mickey as well.
And I forget the last one.
I think
I
that
think
was
that
it.
was it. We met Captain Mickey twice.
No, we met Captain Mickey twice, and why did we met him the first time, and what happened?
He signed my autograph book.
That's right. This was Megan's first time using an autograph book, and so she went around and got lots of autographs. Let's see. We got all of the pals?
Mm-hmm.
And who are some of the other ones we got?
Rapunzel, Moana, Belle, and Tiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was
Mirabelle and Bruno.
Mirabelle and Bruno and
Black Panther.
And Black Panther. Yep. Yeah, that was very cool. That was a new experience for Megan, going around and getting the autographs. So that was cool. And so let's see.
Let's see what.
He's looking for which next question.
The
should
next
we-
question. So Mickey was your favorite to meet.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite thing to eat?
Oh,
What?
Mickey ice cream bars.
Mickey ice cream bars were your favorite thing to
I'm
eat?
just kidding.
I was gonna say, I'm sure you liked that,
Yeah.
but you only had that like twice, I think. Maybe.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
My favorite was unlimited soft serve.
Unlimited soft serve. Yeah, I don't think that there was a day that went by on the cruise where Megan didn't have at least 2
No,
soft
there was
serves.
one day, the Castaway day. She
Oh,
only
that's
had
right.
one.
I only had one that
Because-
day.
We were a little too late to go get it on Castaway, and it was melting. So we had to get some on the ship. Right? Something like that.
One of them was broken, and the other one was closed.
Oh, that's right.
It was
And
towards the end of
You
the
had
day.
you had brownies and cookies for dessert, so you didn't get it at lunchtime. And when we
Right.
went back later, it was broken.
Yeah, when we had our barbecue lunch at Castaway Key, we had cookies and brownies, and then we didn't go back to get the ice cream until much, much later. It was towards the end of the day, and it was already kind of closing down. And at that point, it got quite warm. So,
Yes.
all right. So, since we're on the subject of food,
Ice cream.
Well, not just ice cream, but what was the dinner spot that you liked the best? And before you answer, we
We
ate
went
dinner.
to Marvel.
We went to Marvel,
Lion King,
Lion King,
and
1923, which was like the fancier one.
oh,
It was like all the sketches on the walls.
right.
That's what
Yep.
it was called.
Yeah, it's called 1923. So which one was your favorite?
My favorite was Marvel because it had trivia.
Yeah, that was that was something that kept Megan very much engaged.
I was a little surprised at how well she did, like especially to guess the characters.
Yeah.
Or guess the heroes or whatever it was called.
Guess the hero.
Yeah. And how did you learn so much about Marvel? Because we're not a big Marvel family.
Patrick taught me.
Patrick, your cousin Patrick taught you. Excellent. And while we're on the subject of this, specifically the subject of the dining areas, a friend of mine named Chris, he also is known as the DCL Cruisin' Dad, had a question. He wondered how you liked the food and the show at the Lion King. What do they call the actual
Pride Lands, or
Yeah.
it's
I forget exactly.
Pride Lands
is in the name, but I can't remember the full name of the. What did you think of the show and the food at the Pride Lands at the Lion King show?
I sort of liked it. The food I liked, but the show I didn't really like.
How come?
The food I liked, but the show I didn't like because it was mostly just music.
Were you expecting something a little different?
Yeah, like the Frozen show on the Wish.
The Frozen show on the Wish, which had more of like the
it had Anna and
characters
Elsa
from the
and
movie.
Krista. It was,
And
that
there was like a lot going on.
Yes, whereas this one was, you're right, much more of a musical performance.
Pride Lands Feast of the Lion King.
Feast of the Lion King. All right.
See, I really liked that musical performance. I know it's a Meghan thing, but like I thought that was really cool. It was nice. And I liked that because we could eat and we didn't have to stare at the stage the whole time.
I do remember how engaged she and the friend that we made who was sitting with us on our previous cruise on the Wish.
You girls loved
the Frozen show. Very, very much enthralled with the Frozen show. So I can understand that.
If you were expecting like Simba and Nala out there.
Yeah, I could see why that would be difficult for them to do at a dinner theater too, though.
But Frozen was a dinner theater.
It's a little bit easier when you don't have to have like lions. Like Anna and Elsa and Kristoff are all human characters. So it's a little bit easier.
But like never mind.
No, it's okay. You can say it.
I forget what I was gonna say.
Okay. All right. All right. So, something that I forgot to ask, which is somewhat related to the question before, our questions about the dining spots. Mommy wanted to know why you were always covered in chocolate.
Because I had unlimited soft serve.
It was more than just that. You were covered in chocolate before you even had soft serve.
Okay, then I don't know.
Well, there were also Mickey bars involved and
chocolate chip pancakes.
That's right.
Okay.
Chocolate croissants. Chocolates at bedtime.
Chocolate frosted donuts.
Oh, you did have chocolate frosted donuts. Yeah.
I can't list anything else.
I think that's enough to be at least representative of why Meghan was always covered in chocolate.
But none of those really made me covered in chocolate. Soft serve made me covered in chocolate.
I think a lot of things made you.
Every
covered
time
in
I looked at
chocolate,
you,
but
you had
anyway.
chocolate on your face.
All right. So let's see.
Wait, can you let me calm down?
Yeah. All right. So let's see. So we're on the ship. We've talked about places to eat. Now let's talk about our room, our stateroom. What was the thing you liked the best about our stateroom?
Our stateroom is the room we slept in.
I know.
Just checking.
Because Daddy told me.
Okay.
And
Was there anything that happened in the room? Was there anything that
the towel animals.
The towel animals that our attendant Hanson was very very good and also very generous to Meghan.
He always gave me free chocolate.
Another reason why Meghan always had chocolate on her.
And one time he actually came knocking on the door.
Yep.
To give me more chocolate.
That's right.
Yeah. She's not lying. He saw us go to the room and was like, these are for Meghan.
All right. So
I liked the veranda.
What's a
You
veranda?
like the veranda's
the
like
balcony.
the balcony, the deck that we had.
I
with
liked
our-
getting to sit out there.
Yeah. All right. So while we were on the cruise, we did make.
I liked the pillows.
The pillows. The pillows were great. The mattress was great. I mean, honestly, I thought about how I could smuggle that mattress home, like off the ship.
He's not kidding.
Also, if anybody from Disney is listening, first of all, that would be unbelievable. But second of all, if you can hook me up with one of those mattresses, that would be terrific. So while we were on the cruise, we did have a couple of port stops. We went to Cozumel, where we saw Mayan ruins.
Mayan ruins.
We went to a chocolate.
A Mayan chocolate factory.
Yeah. And then we spent a little time at the beach.
My favorite
Kuza,
beach in
right?
Kuza, yes. And we also went to Castaway Cay, which is a place we've been before. We had never been to Cozumel before.
And we did a lot of swimming.
A lot of swimming. And Meghan also joined Eileen and I for 5K. Which
Right, I forgot about that.
which we ended up all getting medals, and
like the one behind Daddy.
that's right. Yes, Mommy and
The one
Daddy
with
both
the Mickey.
have ours on display now. So when you're looking at the two stops that we made,
Which one did you like better?
which one did you like better?
Castaway Cay.
What one?
Castaway Cay.
Castaway Cay.
How
Because
come?
I was swimming all the time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We did the weather was beautiful, so we got to do a lot of swimming.
And that's only what we did after. That's the only thing we did after the 5K.
We pretty much did swim the whole time.
Yeah.
Because we got off the ship and we met a couple characters.
And
Then we did the 5K.
Then we met Mickey.
Then we met Mickey and Pluto.
Pluto.
And then we went swimming. And then we swam for quite a while. Then it was lunchtime.
Every character had the same reaction.
And I forget. What react? Oh, about your bathing suit?
Yes.
Well, tell them.
It was a mermaid, and they always went like this.
They put their hands together to make like a fish.
Like looking like a fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So You also had the chance to swim in the pools when we were on the ship. So lots of swimming on this vacation, which is great. But which did you prefer? Which did you like better? Did you like swimming in the ocean or on the pool in the pools on the ship?
The ocean.
Me too.
And okay, which we had two different stops where you swim in the ocean. Which one of those did you like better, Cozumel or Castaway Cay?
Castaway Cay.
Is there a reason why?
Because I didn't get pricked on the finger by something.
There was a moment where something. I think we figured out that it was
Like
just like a
seaweed
sharp piece
that-
of seaweed or something that did prick her. So there was a momentary bit of panic, but then she ended up getting right back in the water. So I think that the Cozumel beach also had, like, once you got past where the ocean met the land, it did smooth out a little bit, but walking into the
right
water
at the very
first,
edge.
there was a lot of broken shells and things like that. So it was a little rougher on the feet as opposed to.
But once we were past that, it was fine.
Yeah.
And it was shallow enough that Meghan could stand, but deep enough that we could all swim.
Right.
I think the waves were bigger at Cozumel. Not that there were big waves, but there were a little bit more waves.
Yeah, because there wasn't the barrier there that was breaking the waves. Yeah. So, so between the ship and Castaway Cay, you did 3 water slides on this trip too.
Do you remember what they were?
Aquamouse,
Slidosaurus Rex.
And the Pelican Plunge.
And Pelican Plunge.
Which one did I like better?
Which one did you like the best?
Slidosaurus Rex.
Yeah, she ended up doing that
4 times.
4 times. Yeah.
Yes.
And if she had more time, she would have done it more times.
I would have done it about 10.
I don't even think we quite realized. Like, we saw the slide there, but we never went over to like check it out and see what it was.
Yeah.
And had we done that, she might have done it more times.
Now, for those listening who haven't seen, basically, where the slide was, it was a little bit off the beaten path. Like, you kind of see it on the side of the ship,
but it wasn't on the same level as all the pools.
Right. It was actually kind of next to the splash pad for the younger kids.
Yeah.
So the entrance to it was really kind of like tucked away around the corner. So it was something that maybe isn't quite as obvious as some other of the amenities and attractions on the ship. But once we discovered it, I think that that's something that Meghan will be looking forward to if we go on the Destiny again, or if we go on another comparable ship
where they have that. Yeah.
Well, of course, one of Meghan's favorite things to do on the ship was the kids club.
Kids club.
Meghan loves the kids club. But Meghan, what do you love best about the kids club?
I love to do crafts.
Crafts?
Yes.
What was your favorite craft that you made?
My favorite craft? Every single craft.
Well, if you only had time to go make one craft, which would it have been?
It would have been whichever craft they made me do.
Okay, she's pretty equal opportunity, and that's cool.
Because there's a certain thing you have to do.
Like, they teach you what to do?
Like, every day there's every different counselor does a different craft.
Can you tell one or two of the crafts that you did?
I remember only one.
Go ahead.
My butterfly. Oh, 2. My butterfly bracelet and a porthole.
Yes, yeah.
I thought the porthole was really cute. The butterfly bracelet was really cute too. It was all just paper, but they clipped it the way they clipped it together. It was very cute. But yeah, I thought the porthole was creative.
Yeah, the porthole was like 2 paper plates that were put together, and one of them, the middle was cut out, and then the kids were able to put, like, you put jellyfish in yours and such. So, yeah, very cool little project.
And you did like the Hercules medal one day. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Especially because Hercules was like the premiere show on the ship.
Right.
So
Yep. Yeah, of course the ship was themed heroes and villains, and Hercules was the theme for our room as
Yeah.
well. So
yeah, got some nice paintings in the room.
So I had mentioned that there was a question from Chris, the DCL cruising dad. I had asked people if they had any questions for you about the ship, and some people did send some questions. We actually got a lot of questions, so we're not going to be able to get through them all.
Please.
But I wanted to get
Well, we'll get through as many as
we'll
we
get
can.
through as many as we can. And my
And
friend,
I hope that's a lot.
well, we'll see how far we get. My friend Dan wanted to know, what was your second favorite thing to do on the ship? Go ahead.
Go on Slidosaurus Rex.
Go on Slidosaurus Rex. All right. That's fair.
That was
You liked that better than like just going in the pools regularly.
And what's the first thing, like when you get back to school, which won't be as we're recording this, we have a
snow day
blizzard
for
starting
already.
Yeah, we already have the snow day and the blizzard is on its way, but yeah, Meghan was really looking forward to get back to school. But when you get back to school, what's the first thing you're going to tell your friends about?
the kids club.
The kids club and all the things you did at the kids club?
Yes.
So, besides crafts, was there anything that you really liked about the kids club?
Well, there was this little frozen game, and you were using your magic band to like choose a game, and then you would play the game.
What kind of games were they?
Like magic band games.
Well, kind of describe the game. What were you doing in the game?
Like one of the games, you were trying to find Olaf's Snogi brothers and sisters.
And they were like hiding?
They were hiding.
And would you tap it or did you have to
like you would move your hand around and that's
the magic band would sense it or something?
Yeah.
Cool.
And there were 3. There's 2 more. Number 2. It was you were at Troll Valley and you were having a snowball fight with trolls.
Oh my goodness.
And so did you have to do the same thing, like pretend to
You could throw with both hands, but it worked the best with your magic band hand.
And you were trying to hit the trolls with snowballs?
Yeah. And I threw like crazy. Yeah.
And what was the third game?
The third game, you're trying to make it snow in the Enchanted Forest.
Oh, fun.
Cool. So was there Dan wants to know, is there anything on the cruise that disappointed you that you wished was a little bit better?
No.
No? All right. Well, that's great to hear. So Grandpa and Elaine had some questions. That's my dad and Elaine. And they wanted to know if Donald had anything to say when you had your picture taken with him.
That he was Donald Duck #1. That's what he wrote in my autograph.
Yeah,
book.
that's right. Donald Duck #1. Did you build a sandcastle at any of the beach stops? No, we did not build a sandcastle.
Was Donald one of the ones that was took your Pluto stuffy and was doing tricks with your Pluto stuffy?
It was Mickey and Donald who did that.
So that could be something too that you shared, that he didn't say anything then, but he took her toy and was pretending to
Yes.
Pretending it was a real Pluto.
Meghan took her Sailor Pluto to meet all of the pals. So they all had the chance to meet her Sailor Pluto stuffy. So he also wanted to know, now we got a picture of Meghan on our flight back. Well, before we got in the flight back, Meghan had a chance to go in the cockpit of the plane, and the pilot showed her how he flies the plane, right? Grandpa wants to know what it felt like to be like a pilot.
I was embarrassed.
You were embarrassed. Why were you embarrassed?
Because I've never done that before.
Well, that's no reason to be embarrassed. That's a really cool thing.
I get in the cockpit.
Yeah. Well, obviously you couldn't be in the cockpit flying the plane, but you got to see how it felt like to move
the levers, right?
Move the levers,
controls.
The controls. And
were they easy to move or hard?
Easy.
Because when the pilot moved the thing one way, it also moved. My guess is that it would be hard if I did it first.
Did it feel like they were kind of connected?
Yeah, they were connected.
That would make sense because, if the
yeah.
pilot's not driving, the co-pilot's got to take over. But we don't want the pilot going one way and the co-pilot going the other. That makes sense. I never thought about that.
So, Grandpa also wants to know if they let you drive the cruise ship too.
No.
No, but apparently they let Goofy drive the cruise ship.
Yes, apparently that was when the cruise ship was rocking a little bit.
That's what they told us.
We were a little concerned because there was a time where we were going to meet Captain Mickey, and Captain Minnie was there meeting people. So she was leaving and Captain Mickey was coming. So they were both there. So neither of them were there to drive the ship. So Goofy.
Pluto was driving it.
No, the lady told us it was probably Goofy.
Well, Pluto could be like this.
So one last question from Grandpa and Elaine. Did Mom and Dad behave themselves?
No.
No.
What do you mean by that?
Wait a minute. I think that we were pretty well behaved.
No.
Tell me more.
What did we do that was not good behavior?
You made me do stuff?
Made you do stuff? Like what?
The Aqua Mouse, which I don't like.
I think you kind of like the
no, I'm so sorry
So
we made you have
dramatic.
fun.
I did not.
And she says she doesn't like it, but she was laughing the entire time.
No, I was screaming as loud as I could.
All right. So, Margie, who is, for those listening who don't know, is Eileen's aunt and Megan's.
Hi, Margie.
Well, she wanted to know about, now, she asked if Meghan got her hair done at Untangled, which is the salon there.
Oh, okay.
No, she did not. She got her hair done at the Bibbidi Boppidi Boutique. But she wanted to know how that experience was. How did you like Bibbidi Boppidi Boutique?
Sort of.
You sort of liked it?
What did you like about it?
I liked that there was a hair donut in my hair.
This was her first time doing it, so it was all of our first time experiencing it.
And my nails were done.
That's right. She got the sparkly nails. And yeah, I really enjoyed the fairy godmother who took care of Meghan. She was really great, and kind of on top of everything else, explained to Meghan everything that she was doing. And while she was doing it, she was also having some great conversation with Meghan.
Do you know how long Rapunzel's hair is?
How long is Rapunzel's hair?
40 feet long.
40 feet long.
I couldn't remember, but I do remember she told you.
That was one of her tidbits.
And then she asked me how long, how many shampoo bottles she goes through a week. I said about 10.
She said that was a good guess. Well, she said she wasn't positive either, but that was a good guess.
All right. So she also said Bart, who's
Bart.
Yep, your uncle, loved the fireworks on the Disney cruise. Did we have fireworks, and what were they like?
We did have fireworks, and they were all gold from fish food.
There were some red ones.
Yeah,
I know, but they were mostly gold from the fish food.
So you think it was the fish food that was turning them gold?
Because fish food more tan, and then with the fireworks, it would be gold.
We had a good spot for the fireworks. We could see the stage and then the fireworks without having to turn it all.
Yeah, the fireworks were part of
What night?
Yeah. Pirate night. And was there anything else special or different about Pirate Night? She's looking at me, but she's not sure.
Pirate Night was definitely a grown-up night, for one thing. It had a grown-up playlist. For two things, we had the Lion King on that.
We did.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was our Lion King night. So yeah. And the playlist was, it was definitely
We went up for like the show before the fireworks.
We went for the Pirate Night show.
Yeah.
They do have a kids show that's earlier that I actually stumbled upon while we were filling our waters, and that was the show that we saw on the Wish the last time, or something similar to that.
But Captain Hook and Mickey and Minnie there.
I didn't see who was there. I just saw that there were a whole bunch of kids on the deck. I had my hands full of water bottles, so.
And you needed to relax that night. That was our Cozumel night too.
Yeah,
So you were very tired.
It was a very long day and night. But so the later show was definitely geared more towards, well, the people paying for the cruise. But the fireworks were really great. So, and I did enjoy the pirate themed kind of concert that they.
Yeah, I thought that was fun.
So,
and I think Meghan did too.
I just thought of something. Captain Jack Sparrow ended up coming down from somewhere very high on the
funnel. Yeah. He's up at the top of funnel vision.
Like he there were two other captains who I don't even know the name of, but they ended up coming, and then someone said that they were missing another captain, and then Captain Jack Sparrow just came down on a zip line.
Yeah, but they needed 4 captains or something like that.
No, 3.
3 more, right? Because there was Captain Red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
But yeah, him coming down on the zip line was cool.
Margie also wanted to know what
Margie again.
Your favorite part of Cozumel was.
My favorite part of Cozumel?
Yep. We went to the ruins, we went to the chocolate place, and we went to the beach. Don't look at me.
We walked around the port area.
The beach.
The beach. I will say, Meghan was very interested in the ruins. She spent a lot of time up front near our guide.
She ran off from us several times to go be closer to him. He also did something really fun to get the kids involved, right?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to be up near the front of the line.
So what was the fun thing that he had you kids doing?
Counting iguanas!
Counting iguanas, yes. And we counted, it was a new record, right?
Mm-hmm. The record we were trying to break, the record was 17, but we had to break that record, and we got up to 25! We saw the lucky orange iguana. We saw an orange iguana.
That's right. Yep.
It didn't really blend in anywhere.
No, I mean it was on a tree branch, so maybe it was trying to blend in with the branch. But no, he said that was a really cool thing that we saw.
Yeah. Yeah, he said that those are the most rare, I believe. The orange
Mhm.
ones were more rare. And so Margie also wants to know what Disney character was the most fun. Now, you said that your favorite was meeting Captain Mickey, but was there a character who was the most fun, maybe the funniest?
I can tell you that it's Dale.
Dale?
I don't know why.
I can tell you why I liked Dale.
Why?
Well, because do you remember something else about Pirate Night? Maybe something that had to do with me?
What? You are covered in pirate.
I was covered in pirate? Well, that's one way to put it. I was dressed like a pirate, and Dale danced a
Daddy.
jig with me.
Oh, that was a sight to see.
And it was dancing.
So, Bart wants to know what your favorite ice cream flavor was.
Chocolate, vanilla, swirl. It's
Yes.
soft serve.
Yeah.
Soft serve.
Yeah,
soft
it was
serve.
chocolate.
We did the soft serve because that was the unlimited. They do have the Edna a la mode, which is a different, kind of sweets place that I believe has ice cream. But
yeah, I meant to go in
well,
at this
a la
time, but
mode,
we
of
just
course,
ran out of time.
But we didn't do that. So we stuck with the soft serve, and the chocolate vanilla swirl is Megan's go-to.
They always
Mine
had
as well.
chocolate, vanilla, and twist, or they call it swirl there, but they
I
also
call it twist, but I call it swirl.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
But they also had a flavor of the day. Like one day I had mango.
Another day there was banana, and then
I think I saw pineapple maybe one day.
yeah, pineapple. But on the same day as pineapple, it was like swirl, except it wasn't swirl. It had another flavor in it.
Okay.
All right. So we actually ended up inadvertently answering a couple of other questions that Chris, the DCL Cruisin' Dad, had, but he did have a couple of others. He asked if how we liked the interactions with villains, and we really didn't have any.
No, we didn't.
We didn't. We kind of just
mostly for two reasons, I think. Most of the villains came out for like greetings in the evenings.
Yeah.
Wait. I just thought of something. I actually saw Shadow Man up on the balcony.
Oh, yeah. So,
we
and there were times when Cruella, yeah.
Yes. But for us to actually we didn't meet the villains.
I know.
And
So yes, but Megan's right. Our interactions with the villains were much more at a distance.
Sporadic.
We would see them, but we didn't stand in line to meet them the way we did some of the other characters.
I really saw Captain Hook, but I didn't meet Captain Hook because I was wearing my Crocs, and he would steal them because they were glittery.
Yeah.
5 words.
But I think also in the evenings after dinner, most of the time you went to the kids club.
Yeah.
So
I know, because I was wearing my Crocs.
Okay. And his last question was, did you like the Sail Away show? He said that. Yeah?
Remember when Spider-Man came down from the same place Jack Sparrow did?
Yeah, I do remember when Spider-Man came down from the same place Jack Sparrow did. It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Sorry, I repeated it because I wasn't sure if you were speaking clear enough for people to understand.
Yeah, it was a little. We had a good spot for the.
Yeah, we happened to run into
Emily and Scott and their kids, and they were talking with some cast members that they know, or some crew members that they know from other cruises, and we ended up seeing Yo-Yo all over the ship.
Everywhere.
The guy was everywhere. And there were a couple of times when
I saw him down at the kids club once.
Oh yeah?
Really?
Yes.
There are a couple of times where I just heard, he had a very distinct voice. So I heard his voice before I actually saw him. I was like, yo-yos around. But yeah, so we had a great spot for the show, and certainly Spider-Man was
That
a
was cool,
surprise. Yeah. So that was a cool surprise as part of the show.
Because
Who else-
Electro ended up coming out.
That's right. Yeah. And so what were some
So Spider-Man pushed him in the water.
Spider-Man pushed him in the water. And there were some other characters that were a part of that show as well, right? Like who?
Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, Goofy, Pluto.
And let's see.
Did Chip and Dale come out?
No.
No, but
And Mirabel, Bruno,
yep.
Rapunzel, Flynn Rider,
Were there any others?
Moana.
Oh yes, Moana was there. Yep.
I don't remember
But-
all of them. I do remember it was a fun show. And
Yeah.
Those are the 3 that I remember came out. But I just remembered Moana because the flags were all around
The flags were all around her.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
the ocean.
Well, that's about all the questions we have. There is one more question. This was actually Megan's question. She suggested this one, and I'm not sure she had to think about this.
And I
answer.
still don't have an answer.
So, well, we can talk a little bit about that. Which ship did you like better, the Wish or the Destiny? And it's okay if you don't have a straightforward answer. There may be some things that
I
you like better
this
about
better
one
at the
ship.
Wish, or
I just like on the Wish. I like the kids club better because you just went straight to the crafts room, but in this one you had to turn, but I always went straight and found myself in the wrong room.
mind you, we went on one other cruise 2 years ago, so it's not like she's been on the Wish 20 times.
But they're sisters. I would expect them to be the same.
Okay. All right. Anything else that you liked about either ship that you wanted to mention before we say goodbye?
Not really.
No. So overall, you liked both ships. And so I do have a question. You mentioned that you'd like to go on another Disney cruise, right? Now, you mentioned that you might want to go on an older ship. Why is that? Do you have any reason for that?
So that I don't go on the Aquamouse? And so that I can go on a new water slide?
Okay. That's a reason.
Because I don't like the Aquamouse?
I really think she does. She just doesn't want to admit it because she can be a little stubborn.
Lots.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you, Megan, for this, for Megan's own cruise report. And Eileen and I will have our own.
Maybe with a little less shrieking.
A little less shrieking, a little, I would say a little less silliness, but I can't guarantee that I won't be silly. So
I can't guarantee that Daddy won't be silly either.
All right. So, ready to say goodnight?
No.
Nobody can see this, but she's doing a full-on dance now while she's doing that. So, use your imagination, folks. And
All right, have a good night. Thanks.
good night.
No.
Into your destiny. It's your moment, it's your time. Find your light and let it shine. Where worlds collide, this is your destiny.
And of course, this trip would not have been possible without the help of Emily and her team at We Do Travel Right. And if you've listened to this podcast before, you've heard me talk about We Do Travel Right. We Do Travel Right offers that one-on-one service of an agent, but that agent has the power of a team behind them. And that team, with the agent focused on you, is going to help you get the best vacation possible tailored for you. And that's whether it's a Disney park trip, a Disney cruise, or some other cruise line, a trip to Universal, or if you're going to an all-inclusive. And the best part about all of this is it's free. Yeah, you don't pay anything else to use We Do Travel Right. That's because all those places that I just mentioned build the use of an agent into their pricing. So you're paying for the agent whether you use it or not. So doesn't it just make sense to use the agent? So if you are ready to get your next magical vacation started today, go to wedotravelright.com/Mazza. That's wedotravelright.com/MAZA. Fill out the form and you'll be on your way. And of course, as Emily and the We Do Travel Right team always say, life is short, so take the trip.
Well, I can't do any more damage around this popsicle stand.
So long, partner.
See you real soon.
Well, thanks for joining us on this episode of the Mazza's Musings podcast. Of course, Meghan was a little bit silly. Let's face it. It's been a long week of traveling and everything. And when we were recording this episode, we were on the brink of a major snowstorm that luckily we were able to dodge most of the issues. But our friends to the east definitely got harder than we did. But anyway, little amped up she was. And so I apologize for any excess silliness that there may have been. I cannot promise that there won't be excess silliness when Eileen and I do our own discussion about the Disney Destiny, which will start in next week's podcast. But hopefully we'll be able to keep it on the rails a little bit better. And like I said, could be one episode, could be two, depending on how much we decide to talk about. There's so much to talk about with this ship. We had some great experiences, both on the ship and off the ship at various ports and excursions and things that we did, plus our time in Florida before and after the trip. So a lot to get through, but we're going to try to keep it as focused and easy for me to say, succinct as possible, but with just this much to talk about. Who knows? So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoy at least one more, maybe two, all about the Disney Destiny. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for that next episode, why don't you reach out to us? Tell us what you think. If you've been on the Disney Destiny, tell us what you think. If you have questions for Eileen and I, you can also throw those out to us. We are at, obviously, email mazzasmusings@gmail.com. You can also connect on Facebook at the Mazza's Musings podcast. And we also have the Muse in place, which is the Mazza's Musings podcast community. You can also find us on Instagram, Threads, and Twitter at Mazza's Musings Pod. You can find us on TikTok, Mazza's Musings Podcast. And we also have a Blue Sky. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All of these are great ways to connect with us and keep informed on things that are going on. Plus, a lot of times I'll just throw out little tidbits that I find that I think are interesting to me, so maybe they'll be interesting to you. You can find all of this and more information on the website, mazzasmusings.wordpress.com. In addition to that information, you can find past episodes and find out more about me and the podcast, and you can find the button to subscribe to the newsletter. And right next to that newsletter button, if you're looking to support us a little more, is buying us a blue milk. And buying us Blue Milk helps us with some of the small monetary costs that go into putting this podcast together. Now, if you want to support us in a non-monetary way, word of mouth, letting people know about the podcast is always the best. But another way that helps people find us and grows this community is by going to your favorite podcatcher and giving us a rating or a review. And that bumps us up in those algorithms and makes it easier for more people to find the podcast. Now, whether you are buying us Blue Milk or this is your very first time listening, I appreciate all of your support. And I hope you have a great weekend and a great week. For the Maz's Musings podcast is brought to you by Hi Dad Soup. Check them out at Mickey and Minutes on Instagram.